We love when he's here. I hope he loves when he's here, too. Actor Sylvester Stallone, producer, I should add, too, along with his co-star, I think your initial appearance here, co-star of Tulsa King, the series back for another season, Jay Will. Guys, welcome back to the Fox News Channel and Fox and Friends.
I finally came home.
Right. Don't you feel at home here?
Oh, I do. Seriously, you guys, you have this environment here. It's really unique. After you do all those other, shows, come here, you come to the top of the mountain here.
That's right. That's right.
Jay, you were in the green room. I felt like the minute I saw you, I've been friends with you for 20 years.
Hey, it's the familiarity, right?
Right.
You get there, you lock in.
Because, you're the series, of course, I've seen you on television.
Right.
But, Sly, is it true he's a good guy?
No. He's a miserable bastard,
Right.
But I'm tolerant. No, actually, he's great. He's very gifted. He graduated Juilliard College, acting. He's like a serious pro.
And that helps, because so are you.
It does.
So you have this, what is America's fascination with the mob? And what made you think this would work?
What is that about? It's like cowboys, outlaws.
Right.
There's something about that. I guess, can we dare to say that in each of us there's a little larceny, or like it seems romantic, but it's certainly not. It really isn't. It's a very one-way street. Not many of them survive or whatever, but there's just as fast pirates. All the bad boys down through history.
But, and with you guys in particular, I see the family aspect along with the criminal aspect, which makes it seem cool. I feel like it's a little Shark Tank, because you are starting a business after business.
Right. That's very good. It's a snarky Shark Tank is what it is. Yeah, that's one of the key elements, Ryan, is that how do I keep him an underdog? So we always have to invest ourselves in a much stronger villain, much more ambitious villain, and I'm always being basically assaulted East Coast, West Coast. Sometimes even within the family, you'll see a little bit this season.
Yeah. So, Jay, do you feel like Hollywood's back? I mean, from the pandemic, everyone hearing that, no one's going to the movies anymore. What about you? Do you feel like it's coming back, even if it's the streaming world?
I think it never left. It never went anywhere. I think it's just changed the medium. It changed the form of expression.
We've given up on theaters?
I can never give up on theater. It's the core of my existence. I was trained in theater classically, and I think I'll remain in the theater. Theatrical actors make the best film actors as well. You can't say the same in the other way.
I completely disagree, but we'll move on.
No. Do you think
I did a lot of stage. I did a lot of stage coach.
Right. You were the Rocky series was on stage, and I caught up with you there. But do you, in your back of your mind, when you're making movies, even series, are you thinking this is for the big screen, even if it ends up on the streaming screen?
Yes, I try to take a streaming show, and because I started out in features, make it cinematic, try to expand it. We're always looking, like, for example, this season, it's widescreen. In other words, it's 2:3:3. It's like going to a movie theater, seeing wall to wall. You can't get as tight in the close-ups, but you get the vista.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I do, and I think people are really getting to know the character. It's one of the top streaming shows on your channel. Do you realize it's been 40 years since Rocky IV?
You are such a liar.
Right, 40 years.
He meant 4 years.
I mean, even though your build is the same.
No, it's not.
No, you look great.
That's why I layer things, but thanks.
But what do you think about when you think of Rocky IV? It brings us back to that time in America, Soviet Union, U.S.
I do. It's because when you're in the midst of the storm, you don't constantly focus on it. I'm always thinking that no one can write their own biography because they're in the middle of the storm. People that are observing you see what's going on in a bigger picture. But with Rocky, I'm writing a book right now on how it all happened. And I'm telling you, Brian, when you go back and you analyze it, it was absolute insanity. It just couldn't happen. And it wouldn't happen again. So it's all these different odd elements of not giving up, not wanting to, or maybe just youthful ignorance. But it's that journey from arriving in New York in 1969 and then 1975, 76. Just that period was one of just... It was quite remarkable. And I think it will be very encouraging to other people that are at that crossroad moment. And we have a few major crossroads in our life. And one of them is, where do I go? What is my choice, my direction? And then you realize that was the wrong one. How do you pivot? Because I had to pivot to writing because I wasn't really getting any acting jobs. I was like, you're a resident mugger. That's what you're like, Got a mugger? Yeah.
Gangster, The Wanderers?
Always was.
So the thing is so interesting is I hear when people talk about acting, don't tell me you're out of work, because they say, Jay, is that if you have an iPhone, you could do a movie, right? Don't wait for that commercial.
Seriously.
You could go out and you could be writing something, doing something. You knew that ahead of time, but you didn't have the iPhone, right, Jay? How do you feel about that?
You know, it's funny. Ironically, my first film, It Doesn't Matter by Josh Mann, was shot by an iPhone for 14. And was filmed completely on the iPhone, no type of steady cam.
Really?
And it was done, and it got to go to the Cannes Film Festival out of South France, I believe. And, you know, so, again, if you can make the work yourself, you can tell the story yourself. It's really no issue to it. You don't need a big old performance or, production behind you.
And that's one of the things that there's so much to respect about you, but the one thing about you take action. So you're not waiting for the call on your phone. You say, I'm gonna write the movie. If you're not gonna hire me for the movie, I'm gonna write the movie. Oh, if you're not going to do the movie, I'm gonna find someone to finance the movie. I'm gonna star in the movie.
That's right.
And you just said that's what it is. Don't you think that is the American dream? The American dream is the opportunity to be successful. It's not the rainbow.
It is the American dream, and the first thing is you have to be really honest with yourself. Do you think you have what it takes to achieve your goal? If I said, I want to be a basketball player, that's never going to happen. So it has to be within the realm of ability. And the second thing is be prepared to get demolished and stepped on and walked over and laughed at and ridiculed. That's part of the game.
Every game.
Every game. And so can you take it, the punch? That's why I wrote that scene. It's how much you can take.
That's right.
And we could cut in so many different scenes.
Yeah.
A couple of things. Not that you need another job, but you're a Hollywood ambassador for President Trump. You want to bring the TV and movie industry back to America. How you doing? I hear you guys going to Ireland, Bosnia, Australia.
Yeah,
when are you guys going to come back to America? Jay, can you shoot anything outside Tulsa King in New York? I mean in America?
Can, but, it's tough.
It's basically financial. That's what it is. It's not that these people don't want to work in America and sleep in their own beds. They want to. We used to. I loved it. I would go to work 3 miles away. Now you have to go 3, 4, 5,000, 13,000 miles away. It's about money, Brian. It's just about money and how the price of living has gone up, and people have to keep up with their lifestyle. So. That's the dilemma. So
have you been working on it? Is there anything you can do?
There's nothing you can do.
Tax
really.
breaks?
No, if there's some kind of government subsidy that would be overwhelming, yeah, you could kickstart things. But there's other organizations that are going to say, "What about us? What about us? What about us?"
True.
And there's just not that much money around. It's kind of tragic because Hollywood is kind of Hollywood if Holly could. It's not
just
there
not
anymore.
happening.
It could have, should have.
Do you feel the same way, Jay? The Hollywood is not what it was?
I mean, I'm kind of green in the game, to be honest with you. I stayed on the other side of the glass for so long, and 3 years ago, I got my first chance, to get on this side of it. So, I can't really speak on the evolution of it as much as more as my experience. And I don't think I can't say it changed because I didn't know where it came from as much.
Now, let me tell you, young man, as a pioneer, it's changed radically.
Yeah.
And I feel bad because, you work so much better when you're with your family, you're at home, and you're in your home state. So I feel bad. A lot of these actors, they don't want to leave, but they have no choice.
Yeah, that's where the shooting is. You have been ahead of the game on fitness. People are talking about stem cells and all this longevity. They're talking, you're not there yet, Jay. But what about the fact they're coming along to some of the things you've been talking about, with RFK's been talking about? You encouraged by the MAHA movement, which has no age bracket?
Yes, it's so important because you are what you eat. I know it's an old adage, but you are what you eat. And if people are adding things to your everyday food that are going to detract from your lifestyle, they got to go. And it's amazing how you wouldn't automatically think that, okay, these large conglomerates, you're right. We've been pulling this off for 40 years. We have a terrible problem, health problem in America. Maybe we should switch up. But it's tough. It's tough to break habits.
Finally, this is another success. I mean, you're starting another season on the
This is amazing, actually.
And then is there going to be a fourth?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, we're already working on 4.
You're already working on 4?
Yeah. We've got Terrence Winter in the writing group, and they're working. I'm trying to get him off.
Right, I know.
He gets shot in the first scene.
First scene.
No one notices.
Right. But, you know, Sly, why didn't you wear what Jay is wearing? You could have pulled that off.
I got this from him. He wore the mesh back.
They're called pajamas.
Right. Look at these pants.
Right.
It lives.
Hey, these
Frankenstein lives.
Hey, I could fly out a plane and land.
I love it.
So Jay has a unique style. Actually, this works very well for the show too, because he vacillates back and forth between this and trying to be sartorial, and it's good. It's a character thing.
It is.
I don't know what it is, but no matter what character you play, I'm pulling for you. I don't know if there's a reason behind that.
Don't make me come over and kiss.
I know. Guys, Jay Will, Sylvester Stallone, that's how you say it, right? Stallone?
Stallone.
Oh, Stallone. My bad.
Stallone.
I'm going to fix it in editing.
Stallone.
But fascinating talent. Best ever. Thanks so much, guys, for coming in.
You haven't lost a step since the time you interviewed me on the steps of Philadelphia.
Do you remember that?
I do, because your exuberance is contagious.
The first time you was shooting Rocky VI, I guess technically, with Antonio Tarver, and that you knew my name was one of the highlights of my life.
Stop.
I swear to God. Thanks so much, guys.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.